Hello everyone. So we are back to the channel Indian Woman Cafe, and as you all know that Indian Woman Cafe has three subsets. The one is about Indian Woman Cafe webinars where the expert talks to the audience in detail. Then there is Kamyab Women where we talk about the successful stories of the women. And the third is very important and very near to my heart is Indian Woman Cafe Real Talk, where we talk on the real issues which women are getting bothered with, and we talk this with the experts, the real experts, and that is what IWC Real Talk is all about. So in this episode, we'll be talking about personal finance management by women. So a personal management, it's a very gray area. So we women used to be very not so much confident about how to spend or invest money. So today I have with me Miss Rekha Subramanian. She is a wealth coach. She has 19 years of experience in financial sector. She's expert in financial planning, wealth management and wealth coaching, relationship coaching and selling skills. Um, Welcome, Miss Rekha. It's pleasure to have you here. Thank you for taking out time for us. So please let us know that this financial management, the women who are really facing this issue. So what are uh, the common investments which a normal any woman is expected to have?
First of all, good morning, everyone, and thank you, Vandana ji, for inviting me into your platform. It's really been an honor to me to be here. And yes, talking about finance and women, it's really, in a layman's language, I can say that when it comes to finance or money, people really get scared, especially women, you know and it has been conditioned in us since our childhood. बचपन से ही हमें ये बोला जाता है कि women is meant for kitchen, right? फैमिली को संभालना, किचन में है रहना, it is they have been set to that limit. So because of which, even now in today's world, people are scared about coming out of that comfort zone. Second क्या है, वहां रहते रहते वो comfort zone में रह गए, right? And now people are scared to come out of that comfort zone. And when it comes to money, we have always been said that no, ये लड़कियों वाली चीज नहीं. It's not your matter of things to handle, right? And we women, in spite of being very successful in our career, we always depend on a male person to handle our finance, right? Be it a father or brother before marriage, and after marriage it's husband. Now after husband it becomes the son whom we are dependent on, right? And this things needs to be changed. मेरे हिसाब से तो ये है वंदना जी कि अगर एक लेडी होकर एक फैमिली को संभाल सकते हैं, एक देश को संभाल सकते हैं ना, then we are much capable enough to handle our finance also. The biggest example is our finance minister, right? Mrs. Sitaraman, Nirmala Sitaraman, right? So ये हमारी सोच है, I would say, ये हमारा mindset है कि हम handle नहीं कर सकते हैं. If we come out and if we have that right set of mindset and right knowledge about finance, then it becomes easy for us. Nothing is impossible.
Similarly, also, I believe that women, it's a fact that women lives longer than as compared to men. So there might come a stage, and also with so many divorce cases, it also becomes a case. And also the other thing is that woman is a wife. She's a daughter-in-law. She's a mother. So she takes so many roles. She there is a stage when she's pregnant, and there could be so many careers in and out. So there could be a time she's not working. So there it becomes very necessary for a woman to be investment. She should have knowledge about investment, and she should have that investment planning with her. So, one question which I want to ask you is that there are so many women who are working in jobs. So, there is this company health insurance which is being provided by the companies in almost every organization. So, is that sufficient? Does it suffice the purpose?
So, yes, I completely agree with you. Now, so many women are working, and even if they are not working, health insurance is very, very important. हम सबको पता है last 2 years what we have been through, right? I'm sure हर किसी के लिए किसी भी तरीके से कहीं ना कहीं कुछ ना कुछ effects रहा ही, right? The pandemic has left some, you know, effects on our life, right? कोई भी ये नहीं कह सकता मेरे life में बिल्कुल कुछ effect नहीं हुआ. And now people started realizing the value of health insurance, right? As rightly said by you, especially for the working women, even for the male, the company provides health insurance. But believe me, it is not sufficient. Because वो आपका designation के हिसाब से whatever rank you are holding in the firm, depending on that they give you the uh, insurance. Okay, and the problem is if a person is having his wife, that is his own family, a wife and a child or children, 2 children, and then he is also having his parents, then he ऑफिस का जो इंश्योरेंस रहता है इसमें लिमिटेशन क्या होता है ना वंदना जी, आइदर यू कैन ऐड योर पेरेंट्स और यू कैन ऐड योर ओन फैमिली, दैट इज वाइफ एंड चिल्ड्रन. अगर हम वाइफ और चिल्ड्रन को ऐड करते हैं तो पेरेंट्स छूट जाते हैं, अगर हम पेरेंट्स को ऐड करते हैं तो वाइफ एंड चिल्ड्रन छूट, एंड इट्स हार्डली 2 lakhs 5 lakhs, बहुत मैक्सिमम जाता है तो 10 lakhs 15 lakhs, एक मिडिल लेवल वालों की मैं बात कर, राइट?
So, what
So
type of
it is,
medical health insurance a woman should take into consideration?
I'm coming to that. So it is always advisable as a financial advisor, as a coach, I always suggest my clients to have a separate health insurance for their family, right? Even though if they are having a insurance from their employers. Because यहाँ पे एक challenge और भी आता है वंदना जी, when your children are 18 plus, you cannot include them in your family insurance. You have to do a separate health insurance for them. Then फिर ऐसे होता है कि husband wife का एक, फिर बच्चों का एक, फिर parents का अलग, right? So to cover everyone in the family, you need to have an additional insurance apart from what your employer is providing. Now coming to what kind of insurance, health insurance a women should have, specifically for women, पहले तो बहुत generalized वाले health insurance आते थे वंदना जी. अभी जो है, we have specialized insurance for women. For example, cancer है, cervical cancer है, जो women में होते हैं, right? Then there is a coverage for breast cancer also. So like that, specific things are there for women. So again, यहाँ पे वही होता है वंदना जी, you need to be aware of the things. You need to know what kind of products are available in the market, right? And for that, you need to take a help of a good advisor or a good coach who can guide you throughout, advising you what exactly your need is. ऐसा नहीं कि मेरे पास ये है, अभी हम ये कोई शॉपिंग मॉल में नहीं जा रहे हैं, राइट? whatever जो मुझे दिख गया, अच्छा लग गया, मैं लेकर के आऊं, राइट? फाइनेंस हैज ऑलवेज बीन कंसिडर्ड एज आपको क्या जरूरत है, डिपेंडिंग ऑन योर नीड, योर गोल्स, योर फाइनेंशियल नीड्स, वी डिजाइन योर फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग, राइट? सो आपकी जरूरत के मुताबिक वो एडवाइस करें. सो ऑलवेज, इफ यू don't have a sufficient knowledge or experience, it is always advisable to reach out to a good advisor or a financial planner who can help you out with choosing the appropriate schemes or plans for you.
So, also, I wanted to ask that, for example, like both partners are working, right? So how the money in the family could be managed?
So a very common question, because nowadays it's very common that both the couple is working, right? In that case, the best thing would be uh, they need to do a proper financial planning. That is, कितने पैसे खर्च करना है, right? And among those expenses also, who is going to bear what? Say suppose they have a home loan, they have a car loan, right? And they have a regular expenses also, like groceries हो गए, अपना जो utility bills हो गए हैं, right? So they need to properly plan it out. Okay, अगर मैं मेरे account से अगर home loan के लिए जा रहा है पैसा, then the spouse account से फिर वो general bills के लिए जाना चाहिए. Like I'm just giving an example. Okay. So इस तरीके से अगर हम प्लानिंग करते हैं, एंड देन वी कैन ऑल्सो प्लान आउट कि हम एक जन का सैलरी से सारे एक्सपेंसेस को देख लें, एंड एक जन का सैलरी को हम प्रॉपर तरीके से सेविंग्स करें, विच कैन बी यूज टू अचीव ऑल आवर फाइनेंशियल. सो इस तरीके से प्रॉपर प्लानिंग की जरूरत होती है. बट यहाँ पे चैलेंजेस क्या होता है ना वंदना जी, they don't have time to track even if they are investing, right? So for this kind of people, I would always advise them to go for mutual funds, and उसमें भी SIPs कर ले तो सबसे बेस्ट है, क्योंकि उसमें आपको बहुत ज्यादा कुछ ट्रैक करने की जरूरत ही नहीं, right? Simple thing is every month a fixed date is being chosen by the client, and the money automatically gets debited from their account. So you don't have to track whether my money is getting debited or not, or kuch problem hua hai kya hai, nothing. You just have to give a ECS mandate and it happens, right? And you get statement, you get messages and everything. So you really don't have to spend too much of time into tracking or running behind your finance.
Okay.
So proper planning करेंगे, like for our clients we provide specific Excel sheets to maintain their expenses also. Inflows outflows का जो records रखना होता है, उसके लिए we provide them a proper Excel sheet. वो हम उनको दे देते हैं, and month by month they update that and they keep a track of it. So that would be the best way for them to, जहाँ उनको time भी कम consume होता है, and then they can keep a track on their expenses.
That's interesting. So for example, if a client gets the Excel sheet, so then there is on a monthly basis consultation for the same, that where the person has reached and gets a good practical guidance. Oh, that is
Yes.
great. So another question is that so there is the stock market, right? So investment happens in stock market. So there is always this thing that maybe I lose my money in the stock market. So what is that precautions one should take, and how one should invest in stock market?
I'm glad that you asked me this question, because when we take the name of stock market, people always have the fear, right? Fear of losing their money. वो सोचकर ही नहीं कर, और people know that it's a high risk involved in it, right? But I want to ask a simple question: risk कहाँ नहीं? Risk is there everywhere, right? If we are walking on the road, अगर मुझे अपने घर से निकल के कहीं जाना है, say suppose I have a shop just opposite my society and I want to go there is a risk involved, because it's a main road, there are huge traffic, right? What happens if some vehicle come and hit me? There is a risk involved. But अगर मैं ये सोचकर घर से मैं बाहर ही नहीं जाऊंगी, बोलूंगी, क्या वो सही रहेगा?
No,
तो
but
we take that risk, right?
agree. Yes.
We take that risk. अब बताइए, लाइफ से बढ़कर तो कोई बहुत कीमती चीज नहीं है. There is nothing precious more than our life, right?
No, but my question is that we are investing.
I'm coming to that.
Yeah.
Okay. So when we are taking risk of our life, we can take risk for a smaller amount. That's what I mean to say, right? हम अपनी जिंदगी का रिस्क लेने के लिए तैयार हो जाते हैं, right? but we think twice to invest even 1 lakh rupee in the share market, right? मैं ये comparison के लिए मैंने आपको वो example समझाया, right?
Perfect.
And coming to your question, जो डर रहता है, now how you can come out of this fear and do the investments confidently, it can be done through proper risk management. Now here I have used a term called risk management. Now what does this mean? Risk management means there are two things. One, you should be very clear about how much risk you can digest. मतलब आप अपने इन्वेस्टमेंट में कितना रिस्क ले सकते हैं. Say suppose you are investing 1 lakh rupee into stock market. कितना तक का लॉस होगा तो आपको डर नहीं है या आपकी रात की नींद खत्म नहीं है, राइट? Say suppose when we go to a market, ठीक है, हम बेगर्स को देखते हैं, हम ऐसे ही 5 रुपए 10 रुपए दे के आते हैं, हमारी नींद नहीं उड़ती है उसमें, राइट? बिकॉज वी नो वी हैव गिवन 5-10 रुपीज, दैट्स इट. अब वही चीज अगर हमारे वॉलेट से कहीं भी 500 रुपए भी गिर जाएगा, डेफिनेटली इट इज गोइंग टू बॉदर अस, राइट? बिकॉज वी डोंट नो वेयर इट वेंट. सो वी हैव टू डिसाइड अबाउट कितना पैसा जाएगा तो मुझे वो बॉदर नहीं करे, right? So you need to analyze yourself out of that 1 lakh rupees, how much loss you can bear. ठीक है? Once you decide that, you should also decide about कितना तक का आपको profit मिलेगा, you will exit. See, nobody can predict the market कि this is the entry level and this is the exit level. कभी ऐसा नहीं होगा कि हम एकदम bottom level पे buy करेंगे and एकदम highest में हम बेचेंगे. ये किसी के लिए भी पॉसिबल नहीं, इवन द एनालिस्ट. ओके, सो व्हाट यू नीड टू डू इज सेट योर गोल. आपको क्या चाहिए? आपका एफडी से रिटर्न अच्छा हो, आपके इस म्यूचुअल फंड्स या जो भी अदर प्रोडक्ट्स उससे रिटर्न अच्छा. सो इन अ डे, फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इवन इफ आई गेट 5% ऑफ दैट 1 lakh rupee, आई एम हैप्पी एंड आई शुड एग्जिट देयर. मुझे अपना ऊपर का भी गोल सेट करना है. यहाँ से 5%, 10%, 20% रिटर्न भी मिलता है तो हम प्रॉफिट बुक कर लें. सो यू नीड टू सेट बोथ द गोल्स, आपका लॉस बियर करने का कैपेसिटी एज वेल एज योर टारगेट. ठीक है? इन स्पाइट ऑफ wherever the stock is moving, however the market is moving. ये हो गया one part of risk management. Now the second part is whenever you're investing, आपको आपके प्रिंसिपल मनी के अगेंस्ट में ना लिमिट मिलता है, स्पेशली इन शेयर्स. व्हेन यू आर ट्रेडिंग, व्हेन यू आर डूइंग द ट्रेड, you get 4 times, 5 times. So if you are putting your margin money 1 lakh rupee, you get an exposure of 5 lakhs तक का आपको लिमिट मिलता है बाय सेल करने. Always keep that in mind and do not exceed more than 3 times. आप उसके ऊपर जाते हैं and say suppose you make a loss and आपका 1 lakh तो खत्म हो गया and then ऊपर से डेबिट खड़ा हो गया 10-20 हजार. Now where do you going to pay from this? वो आउट ऑफ कंट्रोल हो जाता है. सो आपको अपना प्रिंसिपल का 2 times, मैक्स टू मैक्स 3 times, उससे ज्यादा आपको एक्सीड नहीं कर. So this is the second part of risk management. If you balance these two things well, you don't have to fear in the market. Right? आपको अपना टारगेट पता है, आपको अपना लिमिट पता है, पहले से माइंड सेट करना. अगर हमको 20% रिटर्न चाहिए, वो स्टॉक जब भी मुझे 20% का रिटर्न देगा, आई एक्स. इट कुड बी 1 day, इट कुड बी 1 month, इट कुड बी 1 year और 10 years, व्हाटएवर. उसके पहले मैं एग्जिट नहीं करूं. अब नीचे का बॉटम लेवल हम सेट कर ले, ठीक है? अगर मेरा परचेज प्राइस से 10% नीचे जाएगा, आई बुक माई लॉस एंड एग्जिट. That's it. So when you are clear about your goals, your this thing, then you don't have to fear about it. You don't have to get the feeling of losing your money. So proper risk management is very much
that there should be some breather in the loss which is acceptable and the profit
yes,
till what we want. Okay, that's interesting. And also, I very important and very the question that there are teenage girls. So, as a mother, uh, for the teenage girls or the girls which are more younger, so what investments we should tell them or do planning for them?
That's a very, very good and a valuable question, Ajay. Because you know, for us हमारे टाइम पे ये रहा है कि हम ग्रोन अप होने के बाद हमें इन सारी चीजों का पता चला, राइट? वी गॉट द फाइनेंशियल नॉलेज आफ्टर वी हैव ग्रोन अप, और जब हम अर्न करना स्टार्ट, नाउ द बिगेस्ट एडवांटेज ऑफ दिस जनरेशन किड्स, या हमारे बच्चों के लिए जो बिगेस्ट एडवांटेज है ना, दे हैव लॉट ऑफ रिसोर्सेस. हमारे टाइम पे इतने रिसोर्सेस नहीं होते.
Sure.
Now there are, I myself take courses on money management even for a kid who is 5 years old.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, we teach them, we teach them how they can do it with their pocket money, how they can save it. So आपने तो teenage girl की बात कर रहे हैं. In my house, when my son was 4-5 years old, we got him the habit of piggy bank and saving. Right? And धीरे धीरे now we are getting him the exposure of, अभी हम लोग उसके लिए सिप्स कर रहे थे. उसका जो भी we do a habit like every day we put some money into piggy bank. उसका piggy bank में जो भी जमा होता है during his birthday, whatever money has been collected, we used to put it SIP in his name. We do in that way. Now we are slowly educating him to get into share market where he can, take his own decisions, do the trading and make money. So we have this kind of exposure now. And the kids are really lucky enough to have this kind of exposure. And for the teenagers or whoever it is, even a 5-year-old children should know and should have the habit of saving money. बहुत ज्यादा कुछ नहीं करना है. आप उनको 100 रुपीज पकड़ाओ और बोलो बेटा ये सेव करना है आप, एंड गिव देम. हम क्या करते ना, बच्चा है अभी हम उनको पैसे कैसे देंगे, वो हैंडल नहीं कर पाएगा. सी दिस इज अ कंडीशनिंग वी आर फीडिंग ऑन देयर माइंड. So rather than saying in that way, help them out. Let them do it. You be there to guide them, to support them, and let them do it. अगर आप सब्जी भी लाने जाते हैं, अपने बच्चे के हाथ में पैसे देके तो कि बेटा आप दो. That is how they'll get the exposure. इससे क्या होगा ना वंदना जी, they will not fear of money. They won't be fear. अगर पैसे के बारे में डरेंगे नहीं तो वो इजीली उस चीज को हैंडल कर पाएंगे. एंड रिमेम्बर 100 रुपीज से बहुत फर्क कुछ नहीं पड़ेगा, बट बिलीव मी there will be lot of benefits. One is savings की habit create होगी. They will know if they are able to handle that 100 rupees in a proper way, tomorrow they will be able to handle even millions and trillions of money. Believe me. So ये habit जो है ना, ये हमें अभी से करना चाहिए. In fact, I have written a book for the kids on money management, and this year in Feb only I have launched it. It's available in Amazon. Ebook version is available in the name of Kids and Money. That teenage girls को क्या करना चाहिए या teenage बच्चों को क्या करना चाहिए. Go for SIPs. Start with SIP. Give them the pocket money. Ask them. Help them. To open an account, to have their PAN card, and then आप उनको धीरे धीरे गाइड करो, वो करेंगे आराम से. Instead of you doing it for them, of course हमारे पैसे होते हैं, but आप करेंगे तो आप उनके लिए कर रहे हैं. But वही चीज जब वो करेंगे तो they will be learning also. So that financial literacy you can start giving them, because कोई schools या colleges ये नहीं सिखाते. सब ये सिखाते हैं how you can earn money, right? By becoming a doctor or an engineer or scientist or whatever. But nobody teaches us how to manage that money. So that thing, we as a parent are primary responsible to teach our children, to give our children that financial.
Absolutely. So that's very interesting that a 5-year-old child also learning that how and it is very interesting. So it is like 5-year-old. So uh, so the workshops which are being provided, so that is for 4-5 years old students also. So it's
5 year
like
old.
a separate batch um, for teenagers and kids, so
Yes,
that they get guidance
we do
accordingly.
conduct different batches depending on the age. Generally, we start from 5 year onwards because we do a lot of activity based. You know, for a 5 year old, we cannot do a theoretical part, right? So we explain them what money is all about. You know, what is the importance of money, what they can do with the money. So we do it with a lot of stories, activities related. So we want at least the child should communicate with us because it's a lot of interactive session rather than a workshop, right? So वहाँ पे इसलिए we choose from 5 year onwards and 5 year onwards हम करते हैं and then up to 7-8 I do a one batch and from 8 year onwards I do a separate batch till 12-15 years also. So I
And
do
the
different
topics and
batches.
subjects are accordingly different, slight
Yes,
based
yes,
on their age.
yes, yes.
So do you do the workshops for women also on the same lines?
Yes, Vandana ji, we do conduct a lot of awareness program, you know, for the women, for women entrepreneurs. I myself being a part of lot of women entrepreneur groups, you know, WhatsApp groups are there, Facebook groups are there, different platforms are there. So I go there and we conduct a lot of, you know, awareness programs specifically for women
Oh, that's amazing, and I would definitely would like to read that book also, which is written by you.
as well.
Can you please name that book
Yeah,
for
it's
me?
the title is Kids and Money.
Kids and Money. Okay.
Yeah, it's available as a ebook. Kindle version is available in Amazon.
Oh, that's great. So everyone, if you have a kid, girl kid, or a boy kid, then I think that particular book should always be part of your bookshelf. Okay. So the next, which question I wanted to ask is that there are, if I go to market and I look for some insurance, so there are multiple insurance which are available in the market. So as you said, it is not a shopping complex where I can purchase anything. So, so are there any basic types of insurance which a woman should take, not just the health, but keeping everything into account? That this is something the bare minimum that a woman should have.
Yes, Vandana, rightly said. You know, insurance also, or take it any product. We have whole lot of options nowadays, right? And specifically, what kind of product insurance we should have apart from health insurance? First, let me clear that you know लोगों के दिमाग में इस तरह का एक myth है that mostly they do they take insurance policy as an investment purpose, right? Believe me, insurance is not an investment product. वहां से आप रिटर्न के एक्सपेक्टेशन मत करना. Insurance is made to secure your life, right? आपका life के लिए है. None of the mutual fund gives you a life coverage, but insurance does. तो इंश्योरेंस का जो मेन ऑब्जेक्टिव है ना, दैट इज योर लाइफ कवरेज. Do not do it, do not take any policy randomly just because you want an investment to be done. For that there are various products available जहाँ पे आपको much better returns भी मिलते हैं, right? When you're coming to an insurance, there are two types of insurance that everyone should have. One is health insurance, which I have already said, right? The second one, be it a male or a female or whoever it is, Vandana ji, term insurance is a must. Now, term insurance में क्या होता है? Most of the people think कि इसमें मुझे पैसे वापस नहीं मिलते. ये सोचकर लोग नहीं करते। बट टर्म इंश्योरेंस जो है ना, इट इज नॉट फॉर यू, इट इज फॉर योर फैमिली आफ्टर यू. Say suppose I am having a term insurance, okay, I will not get any benefit out of it. But just remember, if I am the core earning member in my family, and if something tomorrow happens to me, at least my financial things will be taken care for my family. अगर मेरा 1 CR का मैंने टर्म पॉलिसी ले रखा है, कल को मुझे कुछ हो गया, at least my family will not go through that financial crisis, right? Everything can be taken care of. So the term policy is not for our own self, it is for our family, so that in our absence there will not be any financial crisis. And this is a must for all of us to do it. And believe me, पूरे इंडिया के इतने पॉपुलेशन में there are hardly 20 to 30% who has done it. अभी भी इतने अवेयरनेस के बावजूद लोगों को लगता है हर इन्वेस्टमेंट में ना मुझे रिटर्न मिलना चाहिए, मुझे मेरे जीते जी ही रिटर्न मिलना चाहिए, राइट? तो लाइफ इंश्योरेंस इज बेसिकली होता है आपके लाइफ के बाद. सो देयर इज अ वेरी फेमस टैग लाइन LIC का, हमने काफी सारा सुना है, जिंदगी के साथ भी और जिंदगी के बाद भी. सो जिंदगी के बाद वाला जो पार्ट है ना, दैट इज मोर इम्पोर्टेंट, राइट? एंड वी हैव seen lot of families, suffer because of the absence of this kind of policies. उनके पास और बहुत सारे पॉलिसीज है, यूलिप्स है, यूलिप्स जो हम यूनिट लिंक सेविंग्स पॉलिसीज बोलते हैं, वो सारी चीजें. बट टर्म पॉलिसी इज नॉट देयर, which is very very important. So I would request everyone who is listening to us, please go and get it. And वो बहुत expensive भी नहीं होता है. The sooner you start, the cheaper it is. And that is really helpful, not for us. हमारे जीते जी हमारा कोई काम नहीं आने वाला है, but हमारे family को take care करें. So if you really want your family to be secured financially, then you must do. Right? This is one policy जो हर किसी के portfolio में रहना चाहिए. Second is the health insurance policy. Third policy, one can do a very good educational policy for your child, which can give you a good return maybe 20 years 25 years के बाद. या फिर एक वो cashback policies आते हैं जिसमें after a certain term, से आप आज policy start कर रहे 10 years 15 years के बाद आपको every intervals में you get some kind of cashbacks, which you can use it for your child's higher education, or maybe their marriage, abroad में study करना है. So for those things you can use it. So these are 3 policies. I think apart from this, आपको और कोई life insurance करने की जरूरत?
Okay, so these are the things which one should do, but are there any financial don'ts of, like, these are the things you should not do?
Financial don'ts, I would say that first, लोगों को ये रहता है थोड़ा सा will वगैरह कर लिए तो they think कि मैं खुद मेरी चीजें handle कर सकती, right? And then they end up losing money because they don't know the proper thing, or they have the lack of this knowledge and they lose their money. So first of all, I would say the biggest don'ts is, अगर आपको पता नहीं कि गड्ढा कितना depth है, do not put your leg if you don't know the depth of the hole, right? So take the help and then do. There are a lot of resources available nowadays in the internet also. But कुछ भी करना है, आप एकदम proper guidance के साथ में करो, तो you will be able to achieve your financial goals. Second thing is जो बहुत common होता है, that is लोगों के दिमाग में ये रहता है, अगर मैं कोई advisor के पास जाता हूँ या कोई coach के पास जाता हूँ या कोई wealth manager के पास जाता हूँ, I need to pay a fee for them. So वो fee को avoid करने के लिए लोग खुद से करने लगे. But with my 20 years of experience, I would say that don't think it as a fee. आप स्कूल भेजते हो अपने बच्चों, आप फीस तो देते, राइट? आप डॉक्टर से मिलने जाते हैं, you pay a fee to get your health problems cured, right? So similarly, think that you're going to a financial doctor who can resolve all your financial things, right? तो ये सोचकर इस माइंडसेट के साथ आप उनको लेंगे, because we as a coaches, we are here to help you to achieve all your goals, achieve your dreams and destinations, right? So we are not here to misguide you, we are here to guide you. So ये आप करें. Another important thing is, which I would like to say, बहुत सारे इंडियंस का ये मेंटालिटी रहता है कि मैं इन्वेस्ट कर रहा हूँ, ये मेरे पैसे हैं, तो मेरी वाइफ को ये इसके बारे में पता नहीं चलना चाहिए, राइट? इट हैपेंस विद women also कि ये आई एम into job, I am making so much of money, so let my husband not know about this. हम इस पैसे का क्या करें? You should have independence. At the same time, both of you should know each other कि आप अपने पैसों के साथ क्या कर रहे हैं, कहाँ लगाते हैं. आप बिलीव नहीं करेंगे वंदना जी, वी हैव सीन सो मेनी केसेस जहाँ पे करोड़ों रुपए हस्बैंड ने छोड़ रखा है और वाइफ इज नॉट इवन अवेयर ऑफ द पासवर्ड टू एक्सेस इट. So as a relationship coach also, I would advise, be transparent to each other. है ना? आपको दुनिया को बताने की जरूरत नहीं है, बट आप अपने स्पाउस को तो बता दो, अपने वाइफ को तो बताओ, अपने हस्बैंड को तो बताओ कि आप क्या कर रहे. बिकॉज लाइफ हैज बिकम सो अनसर्टन. आई एम श्योर पैंडेमिक के बाद ये सबसे बड़ा लर्निंग है हम सबके लिए, राइट? दैट दिस मोमेंट वी आर देयर, नेक्स्ट मोमेंट व्हाट इज गोइंग टू हैपन, नन ऑफ अस नो. एंड कोई वो एज लिमिट नहीं रहा, राइट? Anything can happen to anyone at any point of time. So let us be transparent to each other so that tomorrow the person who is left behind does not get into any kind of trouble. हम ultimately किसके लिए काम कर रहे हैं या किसके लिए हम वर्क कर रहे हैं? It is for our family, right? हम उनको ही ट्रबल में डाल के जाएंगे, क्या फायदा फिर ऐसे काम करने. So
True.
be transparent. This is one of the biggest don'ts, because lot of people come and say, नहीं नहीं नहीं, मेरी वाइफ को नॉमिनी में मत रखना, उसको पता चलेगा मेरे पास इतने पैसे हैं तो वो खर्च करती.
That's
It's a very common thing we find it. So be transparent. एक ऐसे कॉमन फाइल मेंटेन करिए, ट्रैक ऑल योर इन्वेस्टमेंट, वहां पे आप सारी डिटेल्स अपना डाल के रखिए, कहाँ पे आपने क्या इन्वेस्ट करके रखा है, एंड शेयर इट विथ ईच अदर. एनी चेंजेस यू आर मेकिंग, अपडेट ईच अदर सो दैट बोथ ऑफ अस आर अवेयर, वेल अवेयर दैट ये चीज है हमारे पास, राइट? सो दीज आर फ्यू डोंट्स, मतलब मैं बोलूं कि आप बिल्कुल नहीं करना.
Now, one thing which is really bothering, and I think, so for example, when you say that a person, a woman can come, anyone, male or a female, for, you know, but the point I'm trying to make is that is there any particular package or a particular that, I have this much, now I should start wealth management, like how much amount should go to the investment part? अभी तो मैं बहुत कम कमा रही हूँ, अभी तो मुझे जानने की जरूरत नहीं है कि मैं प्रोफेशनल के पास जाऊं. So is it like, is there any benchmark, or is it like, if I'm earning, I can go carelessly, like I can be free? So मुझे डर लग रहा है investment wealth coach के पास जाने से. So how should a woman should take this thing?
Yes. So first of all, there is no benchmark, Vandana ji, for investments, right? You can even make an investment of 500 rupees a month, and I'm sure कि हम सब उससे ज़्यादा ही earn कर रहे हैं, right? Nobody is earning just a 500 rupees in a month, right? So specifically for women, I would say that start with an SI. Even if you're not in a position to hire, even if you're earning just 2000 rupees, हमेशा अपना total earnings का जो formula जो हम follow करते हैं, it is 10% of your total earnings should go as a save. 10% of your total income. Say if you're making a lakh rupee in a month, then at least 10,000, a minimum amount of 10,000 you should be investing. So this is the formula. So आप कितने भी पैसे बना रहे हो? So
And
this is the
when
benchmark you should have it in
when
mind.
is the time that one should come to the wealth coach?
Any time is good time, I would say. And now, if you're not able to hire a very good coach, जिनकी fees बहुत ज़्यादा है, simply आप अपने बैंक में जाओ. If you have a bank account, definitely the relationship managers in the bank will guide you. ठीक है, वो ना नहीं कर सकते because their job is to guide you,
Okay.
right? So आप कोई personalized coach नहीं भी रखते हैं, तो you can just walk into your bank, take the help of the relationship manager. They are there to guide you. आप अपने इनकम के हिसाब से वंदना जी, even if you are able to save 1,000 rupees a month, I would say that it's a very good start. And no time barrier. Today, this time is the best time to start.
Yes.
Right?
कल करे सो आज कर, आज करे सो अभी.
Abhi karo. That's
And
it.
this is money is something, money is time, time is money. And money is the most important part after health, and these two are most important components of life. So अगर money को हम नहीं संभालेंगे, money हमें संभाल लेगा. So it's very important that we should always get advice and very beautiful tips given by you, Ms. Rekha. And I was very delighted, and I learned, and even all the viewers will be watching this. They would have learned so many things, beautiful things regarding money. And thanks for being with us. And any last words from you regarding money? Well,
Thank you so much, Vandana ji. Even I have enjoyed the sessions throughout, and I'm so glad that I'm able to add some value to people who are listening to me. Yes, the last thing I would say is do not think too much and do not fear about money. उस डर से, उस comfort zone से बाहर आकर, just you need to change the mindset कि हम अगर घर संभाल सकते हैं, एक बिजनेस संभाल सकते हैं, स्पेशली फॉर द वुमेन हु आर लिसनिंग, राइट? यू आर कैपेबल इनफ. इसमें आपकी डिग्री या सर्टिफिकेट्स कोई काम नहीं आने वाली है. So do not think that, I'm not from a commerce background. How can I handle the money? I'm not an MBA. You don't need anything. You just need those basic knowledge. That's it, right? So think, be confident, come out of your comfort zone and start making investments today. Because this is one thing जो आखिरी तक आपका साथ देने वाला.
sure.
That's the message I want to give all the women.
Thank you so much. And thank you, viewers, for your time. And all right, so I'm winding off, and see you in the next episode of IWC Real Talk. Bye.